Gemini, welcome to the channel. We are Stars in Orbit. I am Sister Lovelace here delivering your August 2019 tea leaf and tarot reading. Thank you all for tuning in energetically above and beyond anything else, but thank you so much for all of your likes, your comments, sharing with your friends. I truly do appreciate all of the support. It's just me and my bestie, Phyllis D. River, trying to make this a full-time gig, so thank you for helping us in that way. So, Gemini, oh my gosh, I was so excited to do your reading today. I was going to do it earlier. Ooh, we got the Wheel of Fortune already popping out. Yeah, so like I was saying, yeah, it was crazy. Like, I woke up from a dream and it almost made me forget my dream. Like, I like to journal it, and all I kept hearing was Gemini, Gemini, Gemini. And then I couldn't do it in the morning. I was driving down to my hometown, and I saw a truck and it said Gemini on it really big. So I was like, yeah, like I'm feeling y'all today. Okay, yeah, I'm hearing we are here very strongly. Okay, y'all, so I do want to apologize too if you guys have been following the channel. Thank you so much. But I was intending to do a Capricorn lunar eclipse reading earlier in the month, and I just could not get to it. I had a lot of personal things going on, and even Mercury retrograde was getting to my technology, so thank you for hanging in there, but I do apologize if you were looking forward to that. So, Gemini, let's get on with your reading. Alright, y'all. Ooh. Starting it off with the Six of Wands. Nice. Ace of Wands at the crown of your reading. Ace of Swords. Okay, where are you guys taking me? Knight of Swords, the Magician. Yes, this came out in the pre-shuffle and it's in the heart of your reading. Five of Cups, Page of Cups, Five of Swords, and ending out with the Ten of Pentacles. Then you got the Four of Wands right after that. Yeah, so making major advancements in your career, maybe your family life, just becoming more stable. So that's a really beautiful transition there. So basically, yeah, that's kind of the vibe that I was feeling when I was in my pre-shuffle and meditation for you, Gemini. It was kind of like a turnaround, a turn of events. Like, I don't know, it just really seemed like you upgraded yourself. You went from the Page of Wands to the Magician. I just think that's so beautiful. So let's just take a look at this. So usually when I see two aces in a reading like that, it kind of indicates that there may be some sort of decision that you're needing to make. Okay, I'm hearing truth or power, like no, kind of like that, like weighing out your options. But the wands and the swords, they're fire and air, so those are both masculine energies there. Yeah, so basically to say, I think you're very confident in what it is that you're trying to pursue. It does seem like you're going to take a more refined, is what I'm hearing, a very logical perspective is what I'm hearing for you. So I don't think it's necessarily about taking a lot of action. I think it's kind of mind games for you or something like that. But ultimately, I think you are realizing that you have the potential to create whatever it is that you want. So I'm kind of picturing you playing a chess game, and it's I'm also actually, hang on, sorry, I know I just kind of jumped there, but I'm paying attention to these two fives here. So yeah, it's kind of like I'm hearing matters of the heart. There may be something that's kind of pulling on you in a certain way to maybe make some sort of decision that might not be the most popular opinion, is what I'm hearing with that Five of Swords. Okay, so let's just get on with the reading with your tea leaf cards as well. So for the Six of Wands, let's see. All right, Gemini, you have Haystack. Karma, you will reap what you have sown. Come on, why are you not focusing today? We'll see. We'll see if that helped. Okay, and you also have hills, obstacles to overcome. Aw, it won't do it. I'll just read them to you. Okay, so yeah, let's figure out what these obstacles are for you, Gemini. Wow, and that came out earlier, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune being an obstacle, it kind of seems, like I said, it seems like there is some sort of path or decision that you're needing to make. And I feel like you're wanting to come across as all-knowing is what I'm hearing, but, you know, someone who kind of has their act together. Okay. And ultimately, though, with that Magician in the heart of your reading, I think it's like any path that you make, it is up to you to decide that, right? Like, your destiny is in your hands. The reality that you create is all going to be manifested through what it is that you're thinking and how you're processing all of these things that are coming into your life. And Gemini, you being an air sign, I can kind of see that very you're processing a lot of things and trying to not necessarily be secretive about it, but I think you are definitely maybe keeping your guard up in a way. I love that the magician is in the heart of your reading, because that is a Mercury card, so you being ruled by Mercury. So that seems pretty big. Obviously karma is going to be different for every single one of you, you know. So I do want to get, okay. So basically validating what I was just saying, Six of Swords, to clarify your Wheel of Fortune here. It's kind of like, okay, this is something that I need to think about these things, and I need to go through this process. It's something to get you to more stability on an emotional level, and even just in the way that you're thinking about things, okay? So Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a brand new manifestation of something that you're actually maybe passionate about or really excited about. So with that, you have Shield. You need to defend yourself, and Barrel. You feel like something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So obviously that's going to be different for all of you. Why does Gemini need to defend themselves in August 2018? This one. The Fool. Okay, maybe some of you guys, like, yeah, exactly. You're starting something new. Maybe you're in a new environment. Like I said, maybe you're making some advancements in the workplace, or getting a new job or something like that. The Ten of Pentacles can really translate to anything that kind of gives you more comfort and stability, something that's giving you more security, be that money, love, or whatever that is, whatever fills your time. And I feel like with a Gemini, you kind of need to have that. Okay, I'm hearing multifaceted. Lots of stimulation, right? So when you're starting this new beginning, I'm hearing new manifestation. So I think you're putting a lot of effort into what it is that you're trying to create and cultivate for yourself. So yeah, the Fool sometimes can also indicate, I've heard it as Aquarius or Aries. So yeah, maybe you guys are dealing with someone like that. And we are talking about the Ace of Wands, fire, right? So maybe, so Aries is a fire sign, so maybe that does apply to some of you. So what is this Barrel card for Gemini? Wow. Lots of major arcanas. So you have Justice and the Hermit. You feel something is lacking in your life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So the Hermit can kind of be the loner type, like kind of isolate themselves in a way. It's kind of like they are, they're on their own mission. This is also a card of Virgo, so maybe this is indicating something about when you transition into Virgo season, perhaps, but I am looking at this as like the start of August into the later part, right? So we also have Justice here. It's the card of Libra, lots of air energy as well. So Libra is an air sign, if that applies for some of you. So yeah, what was I saying with that? So you feel something is lacking in your life, right? So it maybe is a lack of honesty and truth or fairness. I'm hearing fair play, like that's not fair. I'm hearing that very strongly for you. So then it's kind of like you go within, and then you start to really process a lot of these thoughts, like, well, I'm hearing, why the F is this person treating me like this, and like, wait, but they treated this person like this, and yada yada. Like, you're really processing everything and looking at all of the steps. That's what probably was getting that chess image there. So yeah, that's. And perhaps, there's another thing I'm feeling about balance here, because you do have a lot of this masculine energy kind of crowning you, right? And so maybe there is a need to do some soul searching, and perhaps that's what you feel is lacking. And when you can kind of go within and really, really dive deep into your psyche, you can start to really get to this summit point of what it is that you desire, and then you start to find that alignment, and then before you know it, you're at the Ten of Pentacles, and you're like, wow, it's here. I could touch it. I could feel it. Okay, so let's take a look. Ace of Swords. So again, like a brand new beginning, right? But something that's more like a breakthrough. And what it is that you're trying to interpret with your surroundings. So you have rainbow. The hardest part of a situation is over. Beautiful. Bull, plenty of material things, and lobster, financial pinch. So yeah, maybe it's like with that financial pinch, I hope that doesn't scare you all. You are ending out with the Ten of Pentacles by the end of the month, so I really wouldn't stress it too much. If you feel like in a place of lack, I did see the Five of Pentacles earlier when I was shuffling for you before I turned on the camera. So it could, and then you also have this barrel, which coincides with that lack mindset of the Five of Pentacles, right? So if you're feeling like things aren't quite going in the way that you expected them to, or the way that you thought it was going to, right? It can kind of manifest in that way where you're in that lack mindset, right? So you have to remind yourself, there's plenty to go around. So don't think that this is the end of it all. And I feel like you will break through that thought pattern. So why is the financial pinch here for Gemini? I'm hearing Aries again for you strongly. King of Swords. Gemini energy again. King of Swords, Knight of Swords. Okay, I'm hearing Aquarius for you. So take it as you will. We all have all the signs in our chart, right? We are all one. But again, with the King of Swords, it's kind of like the minor arcana version of the Justice card that we saw over here with this barrel. The barrel card, you feel like something is lacking. So financial pinch with the King of Swords, it kind of coincides, right? Like they're very similar. Right, so you may be actually looking at things from a very logical perspective, I think with the Magician card in the heart of your reading, Gemini, it's a strong call to, hey, like, you're manifesting your reality all the time, okay? So let me just remind you that you are a spiritual being having a human experience. You have a lot more potential if you can just get your mind right and go on that track. You can start to flip this around and perhaps drop this pessimistic act of this lack, right? So let's see about this. Well, that's all I really wanted to clarify. Well, I guess I'll get one for the King of Swords and see what that's about. Hanged Man with the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I'm hearing Aries again for you strongly. The Hanged Man could be Pisces. We also have the Page of Cups here, which is Pisces energy. So basically to say you're it's validating what I was just saying, is that you may be looking at things from a very logical perspective, but then you're breaking through with that, and then you're basically feeling that sense of the hanged man, where you're looking at things from a much higher perspective, and you're acting from that very energetic place. I'm hearing energetic body instead of the physical form and like what it is that you're seeing in your physical reality. You're acting from a place of magic, right? He has a wand, right? Magic wand. So and I think that's really beautiful, because you have this truly crowning you in the center here, like the heart of your reading. So that really does seem positive for you, Gemini. So let's move on to the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords can kind of be, again, like very opinionated, right? Like he's breaking through with this idea or thought process. And I don't actually see or sense you like really talking about a lot of these things. It kind of seems like you are starting to figure things out for yourself, and then you're keeping it quiet, like you're keeping your cards close to your chest. But it is a very ambitious type of energy, right? So you have lightning, control your anger or you will be sorry. Desk, pay attention to your work. And bouquet, compliments from an admirer. Wow, okay, so this obviously may not apply to all of you, but I feel like there is someone, maybe this Page of Cups that's coming in with that compliments from an admirer, right? But it's kind of like when it's this feeling that I get with these cards, like someone says something and they're trying to compliment you, but it kind of rubs you the wrong way. And it's more like an insult. Like it's like you almost take it as an insult, but it's like when someone says, and they haven't seen you in a few years, they're like, "Oh, you've lost weight. Like, wow, you used to be a lot bigger." And it's just like, okay, I see where you're going with that, but like, damn. Or, it's that energy that I'm feeling with that. Okay, so let's see, what will help Gemini to control their anger here? Ace of Cups, very simply, love yourself, be compassionate, be forgiving. Okay, I'm hearing rebellious love. Ooh. All right. And why is the Death card here? The Sun. Yeah, so I think when you can kind of focus on yourself, right? Again, kind of bringing me back to that hermit energy where you do some soul searching, you're finding yourself, you're finding your footing, the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. And you're working on yourself. Pay attention to your work. Maybe this is alluding to shadow work as well. If you are finding yourself maybe in a more like pessimistic stage, or you are manifesting constantly, right? You have the Magician at the heart of your reading and the Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, right? So it kind of seems like maybe it's some shadow work that needs to be done, and like this was saying, you feel like something is lacking in your life, that being the Hermit, justice. It kind of if you feel like there are injustices around you, it's like, well, how are you reacting to that, right? So I love this saying, your reflection of me, or your perception of me is a reflection of you. Your perception of me is a reflection of you. Your reaction is your awareness. So if you're seeing like the world sucks, everyone's out to get me, I can never have this, I never have that, or this doesn't go my way ever, it's like, okay, well, reel it in. You don't have to be I'm hearing you don't have to be a sourpuss. Just be come from a full cup, right? I feel like with this Five of Cups, you're kind of looking at the cup half empty instead of half full, So yeah. And what are these compliments? Maybe I can give you a little clue as to what you'll be hearing in the future. Page of Wands. Okay, so yeah, maybe some of you are in fact dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Leo is in fact ruled by the sun, so we are in Leo season, at least for the bulk of I was hearing April, and then also when I was in my meditation for you, I kept hearing 2011. So maybe there's something back in 2011, or you met someone back in 2011, and something's kind of like maybe being revived or something like that. But anyways, I digress. So Page of Wands, right? Someone who is very enthusiastic, very loving, and very free-spirited, free. I'm hearing. Positive nature. Okay, so that's really beautiful right there. The Ace of Cups, the Sun, and the Page of Wands. So you have like this really beautiful energy. I'm hearing potential energy. But I feel like if you kind of, okay, I open the deck, we see the King of Swords again with that King of Cups. So it's kind of like a battle between logic and emotion and intuition. It's like you kind of have to feel things and feel the energy of the room, or feel the vibe, or influence the vibe, right, in a more positive light, instead of just kind of like maybe being on a more defensive track, or like I was saying earlier, someone who may be like all-knowing. And I'm not trying to offend you, Gemini, you know that, but it is what it is. We all get like that sometimes. So let's see about this Magician. Alright, that's all it wants to give me. So you have family wishes coming true. Vase, secret admirer. So what are these wishes that are coming true? The Emperor. Again, a card of Aries. Yeah, so, but, maybe y'all are looking for an Aries, and maybe that Aries is in fact the secret admirer too. I'm gonna put him back and see if he comes out again. But I digress. So the Emperor, right? Like that's that divine masculine energy, right? And you had that crowning your reading here. It's also a card of being the authority. I'm hearing being the daddy. Oh, okay. So maybe y'all, some of y'all are really looking forward to starting a family, right? And the Ten of Pentacles can kind of symbolize that in a way. Yeah. So really interesting. Actually, I'm very intrigued with the Ten of Pentacles. There's actually like two little dogs. I really wish my camera would focus right now. Usually don't have problems with this, but Mercury is still in its shadow, so to be expected. Anyways, yeah, so I'm really intrigued by this little child in the corner here, and he's tugging on the two little dogs. And dogs are kind of dogs, children, animals in general, they're very intuitive, right? And I'm looking at the dogs as a couple, but it's a family there, and so it's kind of like I'm hearing the pursuit of happiness. So yeah, maybe some of you are actually trying to start a family, make a baby. Okay, so yeah, it's kind of like you're taking authority, and like I said, you're upgrading your life in a certain way that you feel like the king of your castle, right? So yeah, let me shuffle this up, and let's see about that secret admirer, Gemini. Okay, yeah, and like you're feeling good, right? You're feeling good, you're feeling on top, you're the magician, right? Like I feel like it's something like you're realizing your power, and it's like you don't tell everyone that your dreams just come true, and everything is perfect for you, because it may seem like a little braggy or something, is what I'm getting with that. So really interesting energy there. So let me see this vase card. Oh wow, Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, secret admirer. Perhaps some of y'all are in fact dealing with a water sign, right? We have this Page of Cups, which is very similar to aces. Pages and aces, they talk about new beginnings, new emotional offerings, a new message coming through, maybe intuitive messages. So if this isn't like an actual romantic relationship, I feel like, okay, I'm actually hearing spirit guides for you. they're admiring the work that you've done, maybe all that shadow work that you have accomplished or overcome or worked through, right? So that's really beautiful. Okay, so let's see. Five of Cups, right? I kind of talked about that a little earlier, but it does kind of indicate some sort of disappointment or, like I said, pessimism, maybe a little regretful in a way. So let's see. You have Broom, new home, new attitude, and Pin, new job or career. So that's really beautiful. So it's exactly like kind of coinciding with everything that I've been saying. It's like you really upgraded yourself in a way, and like when you're starting to see, the fruits of your labor, it's like you have a brand new attitude, brand new start. Like, yes, I can do anything. I'm on top of the world. So let's see what the Pin is, this new job or career. Judgment. Wow. Okay, I'm instantly hearing light worker for some of you, right? Like you went through this process. I'm hearing dark night of the soul. And so it's like you do all that shadow work, you do all that healing, right? Like you dig up the deep dark depths and the toxic behaviors, and you throw them out, or you at least analyze them maybe, and you're like, well, why am I like this? Why have I reacted to relationships in this way? Why am I like this? Blah blah blah. And then it's like this rebirth of who you are. And maybe this new job or career is actually something that's like a true calling for you. Maybe you're finally taking your hobby and turning it into a career. So that is wonderful news. I love that. Wow. And then I cut open the deck, and here we see the Ace of Pentacles. I was going to put it down just like that. And what's under there? Seven of Pentacles. Y'all, you're really coming to a place of satisfaction. That's beautiful. Okay, so Page of Cups. So again, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio energy. Kind of coming in with maybe I'm hearing divine messages. Okay, so you have chain of events that will affect your life. Funnel, a period of frustration, lessons to be learned, and Pig, beware of greed. Okay. I'm hearing greedy with your partners, plural. So maybe, obviously that's going to be different for all of you. Those of you who are like actually in committed relationships. Like how I said actually. Sorry. I'm just messing with y'all. So anyways, yeah, so Page of Cups, right? Why is there this greed here? What is causing Gemini to maybe be greedy? The Hermit. Okay, maybe some of you are dealing with a Virgo, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But ultimately, I think it's greedy with your time. I'm hearing selfish with your time, which I think, not necessarily a bad thing, but maybe you're kind of like going into this, study, esoteric studies, or, maybe like something more spiritually based. You're focusing on your spirituality, meditating more maybe, and you're getting greedy with your time. And I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, just beware. You don't want to cause tension while you're just trying to make it. You want to still be involved and mingle, be that social butterfly. So what is this period of frustration? Hang on. Period of frustration. Wow. Okay, Page of Wands. So, yeah, I think you're perhaps a little frustrated with the start. I'm feeling like there may be some sort of delay. What are the lessons that need to be learned? Seven of Pentacles. So we saw that not too long ago, right? So Seven of Pentacles can kind of be like that very okay, so actually what I'm picking up is it's like you really want to start something, be that in a more maybe spiritual way, or start to manifest things more greatly and maybe have a greater effect on those around you. But maybe your energy is not being received in the best way, or maybe you're just surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Five of Swords, right? And so it's the lessons to be learned is like, okay, well, what is your vision here? Like, where do you really see yourself? What do you see yourself doing? So then you start to think about that. Yeah, in which that fell out, we had the Fool at the bottom of the deck. Exactly. It's a brand new beginning here. And so we saw the Fool earlier with the Ace of Wands at the beginning with Shield. You need to defend yourself. So yeah, perhaps this has a lot to do with this new start. And then it's like, okay, maybe this isn't quite for me. It's good for now, I think. But I think you start to, in the middle of that, by the middle of the month, let's just call this line, or at some point, energy is fluid, time is fluid, so you do you. But it's like you finally feel this calling, this inner calling and this inner knowing, like, okay, maybe this is good for now, but I've got a lot bigger things that I've got to accomplish in this life, in this world. Wow. Okay, I just saw the King and the Queen of Swords at 2 different times. So anyway, like when I cut the deck at 2 different times, really interesting. So yeah, I think with that being said, it's kind of like you want to feel supported in what it is that you're doing. You want to feel valued. Okay, so 5 of Swords for Gemini. Okay, let's do it. So you have Lion, time to act. Okay, so if times are tense, and people, that certain people are just not, I'm hearing not effing there for you. Okay, I'm trying not to cuss. And yeah, it's like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go. Like, I'm gonna pack up my things and I'm out of here. Like, enjoy your life. And then you have Ring, a marriage, or a marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So let's see, what is this that Gemini needs to act on? Eight of Cups. Y'all, what was I just saying? Like, when it's time to walk away, it's time to walk away. When it's time to withdraw, Hermit card, you need to do it. Like, when you feel that calling, do it. Go for it. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself kind of like, okay, like, I don't know how people feel about me. I don't know how I feel about them. And you kind of get in this very, like, guarded way with your emotions. And then you start, like, processing things in a weird way. And then maybe that, like, brings you in at this high horse where you're like, whatever, I've got it all figured out. Like, I'm so much smarter than you guys. Like, duh, typical Gemini. Like, yeah, of course you're smarter than them, And so it's like you ignore that, and then you ignore that calling, and then you find yourself at this 5 of Swords energy where it's like, oh, okay. And then, hey, maybe you don't ignore it, you know what I mean? Like, maybe you don't ignore it, and then it's just like the way that you are evolving, Gemini, it's pushing out different situations, energies, people, whatever it is, out of your life because they're no longer compatible or aligned with where you're at. You're the freaking magician. So let's see about, well, let's see. I mean, obviously you guys are going to be all walking away or escaping from something in a way. So I do want to get clarity on the 8 of Cups. Why not? Oh, Death card, yeah. So perhaps some of you are walking away from a Scorpio more specifically, but I think ultimately this is maybe walking away from a change. You're evolving. We're always evolving. We're always changing. So it's like you're walking away from that, but it's like you're walking away from the cocoon that you have like built around yourself, right? And then you evolve into the beautiful butterfly, right? So that's nice. And so I want to figure out what this Ring card is for you. Just saw the 8 of Swords with the 6 of Swords when I cut open the deck. So it's kind of like, yeah, you are like I said, you're kind of like wrapping yourself up in these thoughts, but then it kind of gets more pessimistic, you know? So then it's just like, you need to remind yourself, like, this can kind of be very like harsh, negative energy, the Five of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So then it's just like, you are the magician. Like we all are. And you're manifesting constantly, right? Like, so remind yourself, like, keep yourself in positive alignment. And perhaps don't focus on the things that you don't want to happen, okay, I'm actually hearing with this Knight of Swords, it's not about what you are saying, it's about how you are saying it. So even in your head, like, and you're, say, trying to manifest things with like, I am statements or something like that. I'm seeing 818 on the clock right now. So whatever that may mean for a particular number of you, but I feel it has a lot to do, one, again, like we're talking about the Magician. He's the first card in the Major Arcana. So one, that's what's encompassing those eights. And the eights are talking about transformation. Scorpio rules the 8th house, right? So we just saw that here with that time to act, right? Like you need to start evolving and allowing for things to shed off of you, because you're going to find yourself in this very uncomfortable place if you haven't already, right? You're probably already feeling that. I feel like that energy is kind of like summiting up to this point. You know what I mean? Summiting, is that even a verb? Anyway, gosh, okay. I love doing the Gemini readings because I just get so like like I just talk forever. Okay, so let's see. So what was I talking about? The Ring card, right? So, oh yeah. I was saying, like, even when you're doing, like, let's say I am statements for manifestation purposes, you're wanting to, say, create more material wealth in your life, and you're not going to say, I am no longer in debt. Like, don't even think about those negative things, like those things that are kind of like, you know, my accounts are no longer in the red. It's like, no, think about it as more positive. Like, I have plenty of money to pay all of my bills. I have my accounts in the black, for instance. Okay, so yeah. So anyway, we've got the Lovers, the 10 of Wands, and the 6 of Pentacles regarding this ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. So basically to say, when one door closes, another one opens. And so the Lovers here is actually the card of Gemini in the tarot, if you didn't know that already. And so I think this is a huge accomplishment for yourself, Gemini. I'm not looking at this 10 of Wands as something that's like really negative. I feel like you have realized that you've put a lot of stress onto yourself, whether that be you know, in work and relationships, whatever these 10 of Wands are, but it is indicating the end of a cycle, right? Talking about one, like, so 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So you're starting over, and it's something that will bring you more balance, right? Like, we have a lot of this like duality here with the Lovers and the 6 of Pentacles. So it's like when things are so bringing it back to this Barrel card crowning your reading, right? You felt like justice was lacking again, another card of balance, right? And not necessarily justice, right? That was just the card that popped out, but you know, maybe that's the case for some of you. But I think it ultimately is talking about the way that you are being treated in relationships, be that business, romantic, or otherwise, right? So with the Lovers, it, yes, could definitely indicate some type of divine union in a romantic way. But, you know, it's also talking about romantic or business on the Ring card. So it's like this firm decision to change something for yourself, to actually feel more secure in what it is that you're doing, and like you're feeling more value. Maybe you're feeling like, okay, I'm actually helping people here, you know? So let's see. Because, like, think about it. Your passion plus helping people equals your purpose. Okay? So, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. Pale. Time to get out of a situation. What did I say? Chair filled. Someone new is entering your life. Cup. you should accept valid criticism. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Boom. And one of my favorite cards, Torch, spiritual development, enlightenment, awareness, and understanding. So let's take a look at the situation. Well, I guess we've kind of already discussed that situation that you need to leave behind, but so let's see, there's someone new entering your life. Nine of Wands. I'm hearing Sagittarius strongly for you. So with the Nine of Wands, I think this has a lot to do. I think this is more so talking about a reflection of yourself. And so someone new is entering your life. I feel like it's a more refreshed version of you because you were able to face your fears, cut out certain people or situations, crappy jobs, whatever it is, and you had the courage to do that. So now you're moving forward and you're resilient, you know, like you can bounce back from that Five of Swords energy and come out with the Ten of Pentacles, like not even a scratch on you, you know what I mean? So what is the valid criticism that should be accepted here from Gemini? Knight of Pentacles. And what is this one? This one's to come. Yeah, so the Four of Cups, that was out in your in the pre-shuffle too. So basically you should accept valid criticism. Knight of Pentacles, Four of Cups. It's well, first let me mention you may be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, but ultimately just, you know, by the energies, it's kind of like when an offering is made to you, or, you know, some sort of perhaps a new creative endeavor that you're really trying to manifest, or I'm hearing cultivate, integrate. It's going to take work. You know, it's not just going to happen overnight, and, you know, maybe things aren't quite going exactly the way that you thought. I mentioned that earlier. It's kind of, you know, this energy that, you know, maybe have a little bit more gratitude with the situation. You know, maybe it didn't end, you know, Five of Swords is not really pretty. They're not playing with sticks. They're playing with swords. They're playing with knives, you know? And so it kind of put you in this place where you put your guard up. And so when any other thing or maybe another person tries to interact with you, or maybe come back around and be like, hey, I'm sorry, or yeah, I don't know why they acted like that, but we're still cool, right? It's just like you're totally apathetic to it. That's kind of one way that I'm interpreting this. But I think ultimately it's just like when things kind of turn in a different way that you really hadn't planned out or mapped out, it's really asking you like to just keep trucking forward, keep trying. That's really it there with that Knight of Pentacles. So Gemini, I love you so much. This was your reading for August 2019. I do hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up. And let me know if it resonates too in the comments below. I really do love hearing from every single one of you. So please don't hesitate to reach out. But if you'd like for me to look further into your personal matters, I do give personal readings. So all my information is going to be in the description box below. Or if you want to just stay connected by following our Instagram, Facebook, things like that. All that information is going to be there. But before you go, please don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little bell on your way out so you know when I post all my videos. Gemini, wow, I'm hearing Taurus again for you strongly as we're closing out here. I love you. Take care, though, and I'll see you next time. Bye.